we talk about this. The fact that this still exists from 1926. I have one too, and I'm very proud. How's everyone doing? Welcome to my round table. So a lot more exciting people coming through here, but tolerate the next 4 minutes, because there's 4 minutes of your life you can't get back.
Can you tell us who you're playing this season?
Sure I can. Well, as always, you have to contend with the Reverse Flash, whose shadow looms over everything. And then we like to introduce variations of Wells in order to try and get the show canceled, so people can go off and do other things. So this guy is going to be a adventurer, a man filled with potential intrigue, deceit, and a modicum of sensuality.
Wow.
Thank you very much. I just made that up as I went. That was on the fly. That sounded really good. And you guys are the writers.
So we do this kabuki dance every single year. So I'm going to ask you this: what is the one question you don't want us to ask, so that we can avoid it? And
can I tell you, what do you guys think? Like, as people who know what you're doing, what question do you think I get all the time? The question I get all the time is, which is your favorite Wells? And you're kind of like, as an actor who's created like 17 people, it's not like, I don't like that one. I like that one. I like, if I didn't like them, I wouldn't do them. So I just answered the question that I don't like.
There you go.
That's awful. You tricked me.
There you go.
Very well done.
They flashed it up to play these different things. Is it like, if you're not tired of the Flash at all because you get to play so many different variations?
I think when you're in my position, I think slightly, I don't know what it's like to, to be like early 20s and in an age of social media, to have the kind of success that these actors are having. My perspective is a little different. You sort of understand that everything's fleeting. It's going to be gone before we know it, and then it's going to be gone for a long time. If you look at the longest shows of the generations, Game of Thrones or Cheers or Seinfeld or Friends, or these kind of shows, like, it felt like they ran forever. And then now when you think about them, you think, boy, those things have been gone for a long time, And so I think what that invested in is a sense of gratitude to get a chance to do anything, even if it is just one character, like the Reverse Flash. And then the opportunity to be on a long-running show, which is stunningly rare, and then to do a long-running show, and then to be able to create new characters within it. I mean, it rarely happens, and it's a huge privilege.
What do you think?
Well, certainly you guys have done crossovers in the past, but this one seems like it's going to be the biggest one yet. For you as an actor, what has the preparation period been like, and how does it differ from the previous crossovers that you can speak to without, I imagine, Max's spoilers?
I don't know, like for us, it's interesting. Like so I directed the 100th episode. When you direct a crossover or 100th or something along those lines, there's a massive amount of preparation that goes into getting the storyline right. But for an actor, honestly, I mean, we get maybe more credit than we're due for the crossover, because ultimately that's a culmination of work so many people there's a lattice work of like storylines that you have to blend together, and that's not our job. Our job is to just tell that story when it's finally up and running, and even that alone, the structural heights that you have to climb to just get Melissa Benoist, Grant Gustin, Stephen Amell, people who are leads on these respective shows who are massively busy on their own show, and then to tell 3 shows in the space of like a small period of time. The first ADs, the first assistant directors, who are responsible for making the schedule work, it's a stunning achievement. I can't really impress upon people like how incredibly difficult. Phil Chipra, who's our on the Flash first assistant director, is like, has a military background, and when you watch, like, it'll be like Melissa available 2 to 4, potential conflict, David Ramsey, and then Grant Gustin available 1 to 2, and then have to like blend all these things together, and then like what you see is like everyone's focused on the creative, which they should, but the undertaking alone is incredible. And then as actors, we get our faces on the posters like the bad SS Reverse Flash or whatever we've done in the past. It's a massive attention grab, but the people who should be getting the credit are the people that allow us to be on the screen alone.
How was it decided that you would direct the 100th episode? I mean, do you get to pick and choose, or did they just...
They asked me.
Okay.
Yeah. They always, yeah, they tend to ask and they tend to do it. Yeah. Good. Feels like we've had a conversational cul-de-sac. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.